The first ever Class 1A state championship awaits, and Flanagan's Lady Falcons would like to take home the prize. Newark's Lady Norsemen have other ideas, and this their first ever trip to the girls' state finals. It's all next on the IHSA TV network.
In the entire 30 years of Illinois girls basketball, no team has ever been crowned a champion on a Saturday afternoon, but the timing of handing out hardware is about to change in year 31. Welcome to March Madness. A first in March Madness, a matinee matchup for the Class A championship. Yesterday, as we told you, Newark showed its grit with a late fourth quarter rally that led to an overtime win against Central A&M. And then, of course, also coming back from a second half deficit was Flanagan. They held off Routt and, of course, made some pressure free throws down the stretch. So are you ready for some state championship basketball in the light of day? These ladies are, and so is our broadcast team. Here's Kathy Wagner and Bob Morris.
Thank you very much, Jim. And Bob, this is what all these teams play for, is to play for a state championship, and these girls have an opportunity here this afternoon.
I just can't imagine the excitement that's running through their veins right now. This, as you said, this is the pinnacle of their careers. They've climbed the mountain, now they want to get over the hump.
And we'll take a look at how these two teams got here. First up for Flanagan, how they got to this championship game.
Well, Flanagan has had to play some good ball games throughout their state tournament run, including yesterday's 45-42 victory over Routt. It's not been an easy road, but it's been one they've handled well.
And now let's take a look at the road for Newark.
Newark, they had to play some tough games all the way through, all the way up and including the overtime 1-point victory yesterday. It's set up to be a terrific contest for the state championship this afternoon.
And we'll take a look at our key players for this championship game in Class 1A. And first we will check out Flanagan's key player, of course, one of the triplets, Anna Jones.
Yes, and this is the most productive on the court of the three triplets, no question about it. Anna yesterday comes in with 21 points, 10 rebounds, a double-double. She is a senior leader, no question about it, that stepped up and fought through a first half of play yesterday. She maintained her composure, had the blue-collar mentality that they're noted for, and led them to a victory.
And Laura Johnson is our key player for Newark. She had a great game yesterday.
Laura did just that, 22.6 rebounds for the junior. She has had a great season as well as a career, over 1,000 points in her career. She's been the leader both on and off the court and on the defensive and offensive end. She'll lead them just as well again today.
And we have to take a look at the keys to this ball game, brought to you by Chevy. Log on now to ChevyDriveChicago.com for our keys to the game. Up first for Flanagan.
Well, for Flanagan, run, run, run. Get that ball out and go. That is what they love to do. That's when they're at their best. Help out on defense. Everybody is so aggressive on the defensive end, they have to require help side to come over when they're in the passing lanes. Be aggressive. They have to play aggressive both on the offensive and defensive end. That's their mojo. That's what they like to do. That's when they're playing their best basketball.
And our keys to the game for Newark.
Well, for Newark, they have to get people like Johnson and Akre into the game early. They were the two that I thought were the most comfortable yesterday in the surroundings of the state tournament, and I think those two are key to them. They have to get back on defense so they don't give up any run-out opportunities for Flanagan, and they got to win the battle of the boards.
And we send it over to our PA guy, Jeff Fritzen.
For the championship game of the Class 1A state basketball tournament. First, the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Falcons of Flanagan Woodland, who bring a 26-9 record into today's game. Number 11, a senior, Katie Spaniel. Number 25, a junior, Anna Delheimer. Number 31, a senior, Caitlin Jones. Number 32, a senior, Anna Jones. And number 34, a junior, Jamie Russow. And now for the Lady Norsemen of Newark, who bring a 26-7 record into today's game. Number 1, a sophomore, Lauren McNanna. Number 5, a senior, Sammy Larson. Number 10, a junior, Sam Akre. Number 13, a junior, Laura Johnson. And number 21, a senior, Krista Skelton. Flanagan Woodland is coached by Ron Spencer in his first year with a record of 26-9. Newark is coached by Dale Skelton in his 5th year with a record of 89-50. Your officials for this championship contest: Pat Ferfaro from Maryville, Eric Gentz of New Baden, and Mark Blickensdorfer of Cerro Gordo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before our soloist sings our national anthem, we ask you to remember and honor the men and women of the United States Armed Forces serving throughout the world with this moment of silence.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And that was our guest soloist, Sarah Dvorsky, a student at Peoria Notre Dame High School.
We are back here at Redbird Arena as you take a look at the teams shaking hands. Walgreens, a proud sponsor of this IHSA broadcast, and the IHSA's Do What's Right sportsmanship program. Final instructions for both sides, and then we're going to tip this one off for the state championship as we check out the starting lineups for both sides. Flanagan, Spaniel, Caitlin Jones, Anna Jones, Delheimer, and Russow. For Newark, Johnson, McNanna, Larson, Skelton, and Akre.
Right now, there isn't a heart rate that isn't about tripled what it normally would be, Kathy.
As a coach, you've been in this situation. What are you thinking here in the last seconds?
You just hope and pray that they stay within themselves. Don't get out of character. Do what got us here and go play your hardest. We got all spring and the remainder of the winter to rest. Leave it on the line today.
Larson for 3, left wing, no good after Newark controlled the tip. The save by McNanna, out of bounds off of the Falcons. Great job by McNanna to throw it out of bounds.
Good reaction, good thought process, as you said, by her.
She threw it off of Spaniel out of bounds, and Larson will inbound. Baseline left corner.
Flanagan in their typical man-to-man defense. They love it. They hang their hats on it. They're very proud of the fact that that's what they do and do it very well.
The lob underneath Akre, shot up and good off glass.
Well, that's one of the individuals that I believe that they have to get into the ball game early and make an inside presence of her.
Anna Jones goes to Delheimer. On to Caitlin. Caitlin gonna drive, shot up, no good. Rebound Akre. She got tied up by Russow. Alternating possession. We'll go to Flanagan.
Stays Flanagan's ball. Good job of getting a hand on it after the rebound.
And Flanagan, a 4th place finish back in 2006. Newark with their first appearance here. There's a drive by Anna Jones, a shot no good, but she got fouled, and first team All-Stater will shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the thing that I I like most about Anna Jones is that she never gets discouraged. She doesn't show any emotion during the game. Calls go her way, calls goes the other way, whatever. She just keeps doing her thing, and that's playing hard, and that's an example set to all of her other teammates. She leads by example out there when she plays like that.
Jones was 5 for 7 from the line yesterday, 21 points, makes the first free throw, second one good as well. 68% free throw shooter on the season, and we're tied at 2. And we haven't played quite a minute here in the championship game in Class 1A. Laura Johnson tried to lob underneath the Skelton, and it goes out of bounds.
The lob was there, but Skelton wasn't. Not quite tall enough to reach that pass. It was overextended just a bit.
Flanagan again a co-op with Woodland this year. As right side Spaniel has it. Up top to Jones, Caitlin Jones. Left to Russow. Anna Jones in the corner to Caitlin. Out long to Spaniel. Lost the basketball, and McNanna went for it, but it's knocked out of bounds eventually by Spaniel. As we see the team scoring percentages and field goal percentage and free throw percentage on the season, the comparisons between the two teams.
You know, when you get to this point, though, you can almost, not necessarily always, but almost throw out stats. This game becomes one that isn't a statistical memory. It's just whether you win or lose, period.
Bob underneath to Akre, and she scores. Great pass by Johnson. Akre, who had a fast start yesterday, Bob, with 10 of her 12 points in the first half, has scored 4 early, all 4 of Newark's points.
Well, yesterday, as you just alluded to, they got her into the game early, and then she didn't score again until the overtime period, which they ended up winning it, obviously. But they need to keep her in the game consistently throughout all 4 quarters if they wish to be successful, I think, today.
The drive, the shot by Anna Jones, no good. Rebound, Akre, outlet pass way up ahead to Johnson. Johnson, right side Skelton. She got stripped by Russow, and the steal comes away to Anna Jones. Jones having trouble with it, now shoots inside the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Akre gets tied up by Anna Jones. Alternating possession goes over to Newark.
Anna Jones had a little trouble handling that ball because she outran the ball. She was running faster than she was dribbling, and she just got to calm down a little bit, not get so excited.
McNanna, pass underneath Akre, shot up and good.
Oh my. That young lady's off to a blistering start, and it's obvious they're looking for her this game.
6-foot junior Sam Akre as Johnson fell down. Jones drives, free throw line jumper, rims out. Rebound, Larson for the Lady Norsemen. Newark, a Norwegian community, as told by their Lady Norsemen nicknames. Is a foul going to be called? An offensive foul away from the basketball, maybe a moving screen called?
That's what I think it was, yes.
Krista Skelton with the foul. Both teams played Gardner, South Wilmington. Newark beating them and Flanagan losing. Or was it both wins? Well, both won, right? 34-32, yep.
34-32, Flanagan escaped with the win on that one.
Right side, Delheimer to Taylor Wheat, the 5'10 junior in for the Falcons. Caitlin Jones drives to the free throw line, kicks right, Spaniel. Jumper no good, rebound, foul on Krista Skelton.
Good hustle, but in the process, got a little overly aggressive.
And we have a timeout, 6-2, Newark over Flanagan. We'll hear from our network sponsors.
Welcome back, and we're here with Flanagan. Flanagan's in a little bit of an unusual situation. They co-op with Streeter Woodland in girls basketball and in football. The rest of the time they compete against one another in the Mid-State Conference. So these girls have really come together well and created a quality team. Kathy?
Thank you, Kelly. Some good information there. Yes, there's a lot of schools actually, you think that's unusual, but it actually is becoming more and more common where you co-op with them in some sports and then you have to compete. It's happening all over the state right now just because of financial difficulties. And all over the place. So.
And you're right, and I think it will be continuously common.
Laura Johnson with the 3 in the right corner, and Newark has a 7-point lead.
They're off to a great start, and they're getting their offense clicking.
They had a great start in their semifinal win yesterday. Start off hot again as Anna Jones answers with a 2 from the free throw line. Jones with 4, so it's Newark 9 and Anna Jones 4 right now.
That's not unusual for the Flanagan squad that Anna Jones does some carrying of the load here early.
Tried to lob underneath the Akre, knocked out of bounds by Delheimer.
Good help side defense, and that's one of the things that I also think is a key to this game, was, as I talked about early, was that they play a very aggressive style of offense. They're always in passing lanes. They're always fronting people, so they have to rely heavily upon their knowledge about when and where to show help side defense. They're doing it pretty well right now.
Newark with the ball on top by 5 as Johnson throws top to Akre. Akre with another fast start. Left side, that's McNanna for 3, and it's good. I apologize to Lauren McNanna. I've had having troubles all weekend pronouncing her name. I think other people do as well, but a 3 there. Missed shot by Caitlin Jones. Now to Anna Jones for 3, and it's good. Falling away, and she hit the 3.
Boy, she is keeping them in the game single-handedly, literally right now. I mean, she has all 7 points, and somebody else has to step up for the Falcons if they want to continue to stay with Newark.
Johnson gonna drive. Shot is no good. Baseline rebound. Guess who? Anna Jones. And I'm gonna think she's gonna go to the basket, and the layup is up. No good. Rebound. Akre.
Great individual effort right there. Just didn't quite get it to fall.
McNanna calls the play against this man-to-man defense from Flanagan as McNanna left side. The Johnson off a screen from Akre to the hoop. Left layup. No good. Rebound. Comes away to Flanagan as Wheat had it go through her hands, but right to Anna Jones.
She's wide open again for a 3.
Good. Good from the right wing. Second 3 of the game already. Second 3 here in the first quarter.
I'd say she's pretty comfortable.
And she's got all 10 of Flanagan's points. Now Caitlin Jones with the steal. Caitlin with the left hand. Layup no good. Rebound, Courtney Starkey almost had it, kept it alive. Now to Anna Jones, who scores again. Wow, what a performance here in the first quarter from Anna Jones, and a timeout from Newark as Flanagan has come all the way to tie this game back up.
What a rush for Flanagan, the performance that Anna Jones is putting on right now offensively. She's everywhere. She's taking the ball from one end to the other. She's getting shots away from the ball. She's getting shots with the ball. And I mean, she's coming off the dribble. She's doing everything right now. And I think that's good. It's a great way to settle into things. But they've got to start looking for others to give them contributions, because 4 quarters is a long time for one person to carry you.
It certainly is. And we're going to see the highlights of both 3s for Anna Jones. Here's the first one from a little bit off the left wing. And this one going to come from the right wing. No hesitation at all from Anna Jones in the flow of the offense. Just catch, shoot, score.
Very competent player. And she, when she catches like that, she's always got the ball in a position to shoot. She receives it ready to deliver to the ball. And I tell you, that's a really very opportunistic knack to have, because some players take more time getting ready to shoot than some players do shooting. She actually has, she's off to such a good start. She has all 12 of the points for Flanagan Falcons right now.
Yeah, we've mentioned that. 12 here is the score. 12 points for Anna Jones. Akre with it up top. Left side to Johnson, trying to work back to Akre. Caitlin Jones got her hand on that one to knock it away. Now Anna thought about driving, now pulls it back out and throws right side to her sister Caitlin. Left side Starkey in the corner. That's a jumper from Gundy, who had a great game off the bench yesterday. Hit 4 huge free throws for Flanagan. A rebound came down to Newark this time, and a minute and a half to go. We're tied at 12. Johnson thought about the 3. Top to Skelton. Right side to Larson. She drives, shoots, and ball all the way around and down.
Hung up there forever, bouncing around, and finally it found the center of that circle.
Larson with 4 yesterday, gets a basket there. Newark back on top by 2 here.
Newark in a zone defense. Appears to be like a 2-3, maybe a 2-1-2 with the middle person drop low. I'd say a 2-3 though.
Caitlin, right side to Anna. Inside to Wheat, now baseline to Starkey. Jumper no good, rebound, Skelton. McNanna will jog it up with 44 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This Class 1A state championship game. In the corner, Johnson for 3, good.
Good looking shot. Got her feet set, got into it, and really, you could tell, shot it with confidence.
Second 3, now the shot missed at the other end. Rebound back to the Falcons, and now a steal for Laura Johnson. 3-on-2, dish left side, McNanna. Shot no good, but the foul called on Caitlin Jones. You see a replay of this one.
Action coming fast and furious right there as we see Caitlin in the eyes of the official, not quite getting set. Caitlin Jones I'm referring to, and the foul goes against her defensively as she's dropping back on a transitional defensive scenario.
Free throw good by McNanna. McNanna missed both free throw attempts yesterday, makes her first one. She's got 4.
She's off to a good start to the game, and I think that's very key for somebody who's going to have the ball in their hands as much as she will have throughout the game.
Both free throws made. She's got 5. 19-12 lead. In the corner, Starkey back out to Anna Jones. Jones kicks out. Caitlin for 3, top of the key. No good, too strong. Rebound, Skelton. And that's the end of the first quarter. Newark with a 19-12 lead at the end of the first quarter. And we'll take a break and hear from our local sponsors. Back here at Redbird Arena, 19-12. It's 19 for Newark after scoring the last 7 points there in the first quarter. And Flanagan, or Anna Jones, 12. And a great shooting half, or first quarter. We'll see the stats in just a little bit, but a great first quarter shooting-wise for Newark and not so good for Flanagan.
Well, you're right. As Newark got off to some balanced scoring there, they're shooting 70%, 7 of 10 from the floor, and they've got McNanna's 1 for 1, and she has a total of 5 points, and Akre 3 of 3 with a total of 6 points, and Johnson contributes also 2 of 4 for 6 points. And again, as you said, Flanagan is all Anna Jones. They're 4 of 12 as a team, though.
The drive out long. The Caitlins tries the 3 again from the top of the key. No good. Rebound, Akre. Outlet pass Skelton as she went over the back of Wheat to get that one.
That's a shot Caitlin Jones has to continue to take. She's open, and she's capable of knocking it down. She will eventually if she keeps shooting it and gain some confidence.
Left corner, Laura Johnson has it. She's hit a couple of 3s. The lob to Akre, the shot up and good.
Tremendous pass and even a better reception. That was caught in a crowd and completed. Good job by Akre. 9-0
run here for Newark as they have a 9-point lead. The drive, the shot no good from Jones. Got her a rebound, put back blocked by Jones out of bounds. And we'll take a look at the first quarter stats brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Well, as we talked about, most everything's a wash, pretty close to being equal with the exception of the 7 of 10 from the field for Newark and a 4-16 from Flanagan.
Caitlin Jones, 3 left corner, no good. She's 0 for from beyond the arc. And the rebound to McNanna. And everybody on the Flanagan team right now 0 for except for Anna Jones. McNanna, deep left wing. In the corner to Johnson. Johnson, Akre on the baseline, gonna drive. Jumper no good, rebound. Comes to Gundy for Flanagan.
Anna Jones pushes it up, looking hard to get into transition.
Starkey.
Newark stays in their 2-3 zone. They'll match up out of that.
Inside, Wheat makes her move. Shot blocked by Akre. Rebound to Johnson. Akre all over the place right now for the Lady Norsemen.
Well, she is on both ends. She's making her presence felt.
Johnson thought seriously about that three. Instead throws to Skelton. Right side, McNanna for three. She was bumped and she hit it, and the foul.
And a good call, no question about the foul.
And an opportunity for a 4-point play.
That's a real boost right there. I mean, that's a rarity when you get a 4-point play. And it's just a real mental boost for the team.
A great run for Newark right now. 12-0 run here for the Lady Norsemen. And McNanna with 2 threes already. She's got 8, can complete the 4-point play. And she does. One
cool customer as you look at her. For a sophomore, that's an incredible start to a ball game, let alone in the state championship game.
25-12 underneath. The Weeder makes her move. Shot blocked, and the rebound to Akre. That's the exclamation point, Bob, when you not only get the block, but you get the rebound.
That's exactly right. She's doing it all.
Johnson underneath the Akre. Shot is up and good.
Right now, they're just scoring at will. Outside, inside, doesn't matter where or whom.
Gundy, long jumper, no good. Air ball right to Jones, shot no good, but the foul called. And Anna Jones will go to the free throw line and try to break this long run from Newark.
Well, this is kind of a repeat of the semifinal yesterday from Flanagan's perspective. They got off to a slow start.
You see that Anna Jones with all 12 of Newark's points. Akre with 10. But then they're very balanced besides that. As Jones makes the first free throw, she's now 3 for 3 from the line. She's got 13, all 13 of Flanagan's points. Second free throw missed, rebound, Akre.
None other.
Akre already with 6 rebounds in the game to go along with her 10 points.
She may have a double-double by halftime, Kathy.
Kely Larson, right side. Johnson, Sammy Larson, left side to Kely. Right side, McNanna for 3 again. She was bumped again and fouled again on the 3, and 3 free throws upcoming. You want to contest, Coach, but you don't want to foul a 3-point shooter.
Exactly. They've been well, and the reason, as we'll see on the replay here of this while it's going on, she comes flying out, the defender does, and the reason for that is Akre's presence on the inside has made their help defense have to sag into the middle. When they do a great job of reversing the ball, as you've seen Newark do, and they get open looks on the outside, the person defensively that has sagged in now has to rush out on the shooter, and they're out of control when they leave their feet. And we've seen it twice now where the 3-point shooter's been fouled.
First free throw missed by McNanna. She'll have 2 more. That one's good. 10 points here in the first half for Lauren McNanna as Akre goes out with a huge ovation from the Newark fans.
Understandable, too. She's earned every bit of those accolades.
2 out of 3 and a timeout. 4:51 to go. 29-13 Newark over Flanagan, and we'll hear from these local sponsors.
Welcome back. I'm over here on Newark side. Now let's remember that Newark is the first girls basketball team in Kendall County to ever make it to a state tournament. The school is made up of Newark, Lisbon, and Millbrook. And let me tell you, these girls are pretty excited to be here. Kathy?
They should be excited to be here because right now they are on a tremendous run to take this 29-13 lead. It was tied at 12, if you recall, in the first quarter. Since then, 17-1 in favor of the Lady Norsemen.
Well, you and I were talking off air that, you know, the reason behind that run is that you've got a balanced attack on the offensive end by Newark, challenging a one-person attack by Flanagan. And rarely at this level, particularly in a championship game, are you going to see one person defeat an entire team.
Flanagan needs somebody else besides Anna Jones to step up offensively. Left side, Anna Jones has it on the left side. Cross court. to Gundy.
I don't know if we're supposed to have it.
Spaniel, three is up and good. Katie Spaniel with the three. And that's the first basket by somebody besides Anna Jones. 29-16. Kely Larson drives, misses, rebound to Katie Spaniel, who just hit the three. Ball poked away, out of bounds, off of Kely Larson. Anna Jones, right corner to Spaniel. Free throw line to Caitlin Jones, and she got fouled in the shot and will shoot two. Making a concerted effort, Bob, to get some other people involved here after that timeout.
Well, and they're very capable. You don't get to the state championship game without having other people that can step up and do things. And we saw that yesterday in the semifinal contest, that they had a variety of people that are capable. It's just a matter of fact of getting them into it right now so that they do, and having the opportunities come, they've got to knock them down when they're there.
Caitlin Jones makes 1 out of 2 free throws. The rebound comes down to Tara Bernard, a 5'10" sophomore in for the Lady Norsemen, is McNanna. Right side to Sammy Larson. Up top to Bernard, and a foul. Again, an offensive foul.
Down screen was set while moving, and they've set, you know, the precedence that's going to be looked at, that's going to be called. So they need to be sure that they're set every time that they make a screen. Newark consistent with their zone defense, and it's a matchup. They're playing a 2-3 matchup. They do a very fine job out of it.
How long Anna Jones in the corner to Gundy. Caitlin back to Gundy. Fakes, drives, got it poked away, got it back. And throws it to Caitlin, who drives, shoots in the lane, and scores.
Very nice job. Good patience that time by the Falcons. Cut down the lane by Caitlin Jones, and a good pass by Gundy to finish it off.
McNanna driving, shooting, and getting fouled by Anna Jones. See a replay of this one on the drive by McNanna.
Help side defense in the form of Anna Jones. And
that looked like an awful lot of ball there from Anna. McNanna will shoot 2. Free throw good. She's now 6 for 7 from the line. She's got 12 points as Akre comes back in at the 2:39 mark here in the second quarter.
Well, she's had about a 2.5, 3 minute break now that's allowed her to catch her breath and be fresh. And that's always important to finish the half strong, and she's in for that run down the stretch of the first half.
McNanna with 13. 31-19, the drive by Anna Jones. A shot short, rebound to Spaniel, back to Anna. Anna to the hoop, shot is up, no good, rebound. Comes down to Bernard.
Well, what's starting to happen, you're seeing Anna Jones feel the pressure of having to do all the scoring, and she's now either rushing her shot as she did on the first one, or taking some ill-advised shot, which she did on the second attempt right there.
Jones now 4 for 13 from the field as Akre drives, lost the ball and traveled. Fell down, gets called for the walk.
Good defense right there by the Falcons of Flanagan.
Closing in on the 2-minute mark here, the first half in this Class 1A state championship game. Newark on top by right now. There's Jones. Corner to Anna, cross court to Gundy, corner Spaniel. And cross court, Anna to Caitlin, left side, Spaniel.
They're being patient, which is, that's a good thing. I really think this is how they break that zone.
Gundy air balls right to Caitlin Jones, shot up and good.
Whenever you make the defense play defense for longer periods of time, there's a breakdown that typically happens somewhere. That time it came on the weak side rebound. Caitlin Jones filled the slot, the defense didn't. She got the easy putback.
Dish underneath, the shot missed by Bernard. Rebound to Flanagan. Anna Jones running.
All the way, guarantee
Jones
it.
to the hoop, shot up, good, and the foul.
That's what they do best. We'll see it here
drive.
on our screen, Kathy, as here comes Anna coming down. She had it at midcourt. She was not going to be denied. She goes all the way. Perfect body balance. Puts it up and in.
15. Make it 16 points for Anna Jones. 16 of Flanagan's 24.
More importantly, I think, with the Falcons, is that it's cutting that deficit a little bit. They're making a run as we get closer to the halftime. And they can go in at halftime feeling a little bit more refreshed about the opportunity to get back into this game.
McNanna with it out long. They trailed 31-19 at one point in this game.
Newark saying, we want the last shot.
Ball loose.
Oh.
Flanagan has a steal. Anna Jones running, shooting, scoring.
Great job of defense by the Falcons. They've got themselves where they're now believing again. Newark was trying to spread out, get the last shot of the half, and they mishandled the ball. The Falcons took it away, scored again.
Great run by Flanagan here at the end of the first half to cut the deficit to 5. 15 seconds to play until halftime. Skelton throws it away. Anna Jones with the steal. 2-on-1. Jones dishes to Caitlin. Shot up and good.
Jones to Jones. That's not a law firm. It's the two sisters from Flanagan getting them back in this game.
And Newark gives up a huge lead in the first half, and it's a 3-point game here at half. 31-28, Newark with the lead over Flanagan at the half. Great job by the Falcons to get back into this one as they trailed 31-19 here in the second quarter. And we'll send it over to Kelly Morris, who has the leading coach.
Coach, your girls came out with a ton of energy right there. Kind of for the last couple minutes lost it. What do you think about that? What happened there?
Poor decision making there coming down the stretch. I got Johnson out with some foul trouble. I didn't want to risk getting her third, and we just didn't finish real well like we should have. And as a result, we let them get back where they're now competitive with us in this second half.
Any adjustments you're looking to make?
Well, we got to get back to what we started doing at the beginning of the game. So hopefully we can do a better job of controlling their break, keeping them under control in a half-court game.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Kelly, and we'll take a break. 31-28, a network timeout here on the IHSA Television Network.
At this time, please meet the Lady Rockets of Routt Catholic High School, who finished the 2007-2008 season in 4th place with a final record of 23 wins and 10 losses. First, meet the principal of Routt High School, Randy Verticchio. Athletic Director, Barry Creviston. Head Coach, Joe Eilering. Assistant Coach, Valerie Creviston. And now let's meet the squad members. Number 1, Lauren Gregory. Number 3, Haley Leefers. Number 4, Morgan Eilering. Number 5, Kely Lonergan. Number 10, Autumn Brown. Number 15, Brittnay Zenge. Number 22, Melissa Nichols. Number 24, Samantha Heimgartner. Number 25, Erika White. Number 32, Katie Lindsay. Number 34, Alex Worrell. And number 40, Chelsey Davis. At this time, please meet the Raiders of Central A&M, who finished the 2007-2008 season in 3rd place with a final record of 30 wins, 3 losses. First, meet the superintendent of Central A&M High School, Randy Grigg. Principal, Diana Bandy. Athletic Director, Mike Conlon. Head Coach, Brianna Morrow. Assistant Coach, Quinn Morrow. Assistant Coach, Beth Fearday. And now the squad members, number 12, Taylor Manley. (13) Taylor Albertini. (14) Samantha Snyder. Number 15, Andrea Ish. Number 23, Shelby Jackson. Number 24, Jennifer Medler. Number 25, Gabrielle Waddington. (31) Tori Baker. Number 32, Kaylee Pugsley. (33) Kirsten Krazine. (34) Lindy Minot. Number 42, Andrea Knight. Number 43, Megan Stringer. And number 55, Kirsten O'Brien. And now will Coach Eilerine and the captains of Jacksonville Routt please step forward to receive the Class 4A, or the Class 1A 4th place trophy. And now will Coach Morrow and her captains at Central A&M High School please step forward to receive the Class 1A 3rd place trophy.
The 3rd and 4th place trophies have found their homes. Where will the championship and 2nd place trophy be headed? Things are very much undecided here between Newark and, of course, Flanagan. Don't go away. We're back after these local messages. As you can see, Newark holding the lead at the half, but that lead was cut definitely down by Anna Jones of Flanagan. Welcome back to the NAR studios. I'm Jim Albrecht along with Angie Krebs, and what a game of ebb and flows. 9-2 lead Newark jumps out to. Then it's all Jones. She ties it up at 12. She has all 12. At 12-12, then we came to the crucial part of the game. I thought the last minute of the first quarter, because Laura Jones buried a 3, made a steal. That led to 2 free throws by her teammates, and they went on quite a run. They were up by 15 at one point. Let's check the numbers. Of course, Anna Jones is keeping her team in it, but Flanagan's throwing up a lot more shots, well, they're very fortunate to be where they are right now because of the free throw percentage, or I should say the field goal percentage is not great, but hey, if you keep throwing it up there, you still get 10 field goals.
Exactly, but I think, though, it's like we talked about earlier, you know, not one player is going to be able to carry this team, and Flanagan's going to need more than a Jones girl, you know, to win this game.
A 16-4 run in the final minutes of the second quarter has brought Flanagan back to that 3 points. There you see Anna Jones lighting it up, and McNanna, of course, the point guard for Newark, also doing a wonderful job with those 3-point shots and the free throw line. So we've got a dandy here. Can Anna Jones be stopped? Will Newark get its momentum back? Because, of course, Laura Johnson was in foul trouble, but she'll be back out when we come back after these local messages. Back at Redbird Arena in our NAR studios, Jim Albrecht along with Angie Krebs. Let's take a quick look at the Honda highlights here in the first half of this Class 1A championship game inside. Sam Akre doing a great job, Coach.
Oh, definitely. I think she's going to be the key for them here in the second half. I just think they need to get the ball into her more, and she's doing it on the defensive end also.
And here's a couple of sisters running the court and finishing. The Jones sisters, Caitlin Jones with the assist from Anna Jones. We are ready to bring you the second half to see who takes home the trophy. Kathy Wagner, Bob Morris standing by after these local messages.
Back here at Redbird Arena for the second half of the Class 1A state championship game. 31-28. Newark with the lead over Flanagan here at the half. Newark had a 29-13 lead in the second quarter, let it slip to 3 as we start the second half. Larson drives, shoots, misses, rebound, foul on Larson. Anna Jones with the inside position, so foul going to be called on Sammy Larson.
One of the things I think that allowed Flanagan to get back into the game was the fact that Newark had 10 turnovers in that first half, and they had some very untimely ones right near the end of the halftime, which allowed not just the cost of possession, but it led to early and quick points for Flanagan to get right back into it.
Caitlin Jones with it out long for her sister Anna. They did that with Laura Johnson on the bench too, and the 3 no good by Spaniel. Rebound, Gundy put back up and good.
That's the kind of contributions Flanagan has to have from some people. They got to have somebody else, and it doesn't matter really who, step up, because Anna and Caitlin cannot carry this load all by themselves.
Akre shot up and good. Great pass by McNanna.
Boy, it was definitely that, and understandably so. If I'm Newark, I'm looking for ways to get Akre the ball early and often in this second half.
Can't forget about her like they did in the second half in yesterday's ball.
Correct.
The drive by Jones, the kick left corner, Spaniel for 3, good.
Boy, first 5 points scored by Flanagan have been from somebody with a last name different than Jones, and that's what they have to have if they want to compete.
And we're tied at 33 now, just underway here in the third quarter. Akre with it out long. Throws it away. The heads go down for
Zach,
Newark.
you notice that too. Yeah. Body language tells you a lot sometimes, I think.
You've given up a big lead, but you're still tied. You can't give up, certainly.
Well, there's no tomorrow. This isn't something we go home and work on either. We're talking about the state championship. You got to fight through the bumps in the road.
Anna Jones, right side to Caitlin. Inside Russow to Gundy, who drives. Gets cut off and throws to Caitlin. Left side Anna, back out to Gundy. Corner to Caitlin.
Good patience.
Cross court. The drive by Caitlin, the foul called. I believe they're going to get it on Akre.
We'll see this on replay right here as we get the ball. She takes it in right at Akre, gets her up in the air, goes underneath her, draws the foul. Good fundamental move.
Good head fake. Got her up in the air. Caitlin Jones, first free throw good. She's 2 for 3 from the line. She's got 8 points now. Second free throw good as well.
Second quarter, and so far early in this third quarter, Caitlin Jones has stepped up her game considerably.
And Flanagan with a 2-point lead. Trailed by 16, now have a lead here in the third quarter. Akre underneath, trying to go to Skelton, and a foul from behind on Gundy. As Larson will inbound baseline right. First foul on Flanagan here in the second half as the ball knocked away on that inbounds pass. They'll try to do it again.
Even out of bounds underneath the Newark basket, Flanagan chooses to stay in a man-to-man.
McNanna gets the inbound, gets the basket and the foul.
Well, McNanna goes to the foul line, and as a team, Newark was 7 of 8 in the first half, and every one of the attempts was taken by McNanna. She will continue that trend here in the second half, Erika.
She had a 4-point play in the first half. She gets a 3-point play there, more conventional. She's got 16, and 36-35, Newark on top. Shot blocked by Akre, ball loose. Anna Jones, great save as she went over the scorer's table and saving that for Flanagan.
Jumps back over it.
She is a first-team All-Stater, Associated Press and the Coaches Association.
Very good observation, Kathy. That young lady knows how to play.
The drive, the shot good. Why not? Why not finish it after you save it?
Oh, my, is she putting on a show today. She is something else.
She's got 20, had 21 all yesterday. Johnson trying to throw underneath the Skelton. They throw it away. Pass up ahead to Caitlin. 1-point Flanagan lead, 4:50 to play third quarter. Ball tipped away by Johnson, but Jones got it back. And throws right to Spaniel.
We're almost seeing a reverse in attitudes on the court here. Newark came out early and was very loose and very aggressive and attacking, and now we're seeing them more tentative on the offensive end, and Flanagan's the one that's more aggressive.
Well, Akre's still playing. She swatted that one away from Russow. And the rebound came down to the Lady Norseman. Larson with it. She gets fouled by Anna Jones. That's her second.
Anna being aggressive as she always is. Trying to go for the steal, but caught a bit of the arm.
We have a timeout, 37-36. Go to a local break on the IHSA Television Network. We have the NAR Realtor Trivia question, the 1997 Girls Class A State Tournament. This school attempted a state record 66 three-pointers. What team is it? One of those teams doesn't belong in that category. They're not Class A. So one of them you can automatically throw out.
Yeah.
And if you know which teams made it that year, you have a pretty good shot at getting that one.
You can narrow it down to a 50-50 chance right away.
Yep. 37-36, Flanagan with the lead over Newark. They tried to lob from the out of bounds to the right block, and Johnson, that a very difficult pass to make and succeed at it, and that one knocked away out of bounds. They keep it though. Larson, the ball kicked by Anna Jones. As we went to that break, we saw Anna Jones go flying over the press row here to get that basketball and save it, and then we didn't see her complete that play by making the basket.
She did it all.
The drive, the shot no good by Akre, rebound comes down to Spaniel. Newark led by 16 in the first half of this game.
All the way.
Anna Jones drives and scores.
She saw that alley, and Akre being involved in the play on the other end didn't get back in time to be a defensive presence. That left the middle open.
The drive by McNanna, the shot rims out, rebound. Akre has it, and she's fouled. Russow with the foul. And the answer, Warsaw.
Okay, I failed that test.
They got 4th that year, losing the 3rd place game to Sterling Newman. Ball inbounded to Akre. She missed the shot. Rebound to Gundy. Warsaw, of course. Now a co-op, West Hancock co-op, playing for the state championship tonight in Class 2A against Rochester. So there's a connection there.
Well, we have a scramble all over in the state as we see names that we don't think we understand who they are, that once we find out they're co-opted or consolidated, son of a gun, you know who they are.
Yeah.
Names that you thought had disappeared maybe haven't. They just are in different forms now.
And now the Falcons taking the air out of the ball right now is Anna Jones just holding, trying to get Newark out of the zone.
Exactly. They want him to get out of that zone so it opens up more isolation for herself to go to the bucket. I think this is a great move by them. No reason to panic, no reason to just sit here. You've got control. You're in the lead. Now they're showing a little action. Not a lot.
Caitlin Jones throws left side to Anna. Baseline, that's Gundy.
Oh.
Rims out, rebound. Russow saves it. Now to Anna Jones, out long to Caitlin.
Those are the type of second chance attempts that they weren't getting in the first half. They were shooting in one and done many a time. And now they're getting their second attempts.
Foul called, moving screen. Russow with the foul. See what happened there, where the foul came. Russow trying to set a screen. Must have just thrown that leg out there just a little bit. We couldn't see from that angle on the replay. Didn't look like much from that side, but if she threw her hip out or her leg out just a little bit, that would constitute the foul.
You're nice, Kathy. As a coach, I know what I'm thinking.
Double dribble called on Skelton. Turnover on Newark.
Boy, the defensive pressure got turned up a notch by the Falcons that time. They just seem to have this slow rolling momentum that just kind of going more and more to the Falcons' way, and Flanagan just kind of turning it up on both ends in this third quarter.
13 turnovers now in Newark, only 3 for the entire game for Flanagan, which is outstanding.
And in a championship game, those are the little things that make huge differences.
Left corner, Spaniel has it. Now long to Caitlin. Back left side, Anna, 4-3,
Count it.
Good. Third 3 for Anna Jones. She is just taking over this game and not allowing her team to get down again.
I'm a little befuddled how, from the Newark's perspective, you keep continuously losing track of her.
Laura Johnson, however, at the other end answers with the 3 of her own, her third 3 of the game. She's got 9.
That was a much-needed answer, as you called it, that they needed to come back with something to get a little more gas in their tank.
3-point ball game, 42-39. The free throw line, Russow makes her move, shoots, misses, rebound, Akre. Closing in on the minute mark here, the third quarter, the Class 1A state championship game.
And a dandy it is. We got two teams going toe-to-toe.
Larson for 3, no good. Kind of rushed that one, rebound to McNanna. I don't think she really wanted to shoot that one.
Yeah, she just kind of had that appearance about her, didn't she? But she did.
Akre back to Johnson. Jumper shot blocked by Caitlin Jones. Rebound comes down to Spaniel, 2-on-1. Spaniel dishes left side. Caitlin Jones shot no good. Rebound Larson. But 30 seconds left.
That's too bad. They did a nice job to get themselves in that scoring opportunity from a defensive steal and then couldn't quite finish the deal.
McNanna with it at midcourt. They go 1-4 low. The drive, the kick left corner to Larson for 3, no good. Rebound to Johnson. She tries the 3, that's no good. Rebound this time to Anna Jones.
I bet I know where she's going.
Right to the hole. Jones layup, good, and a foul.
1.9 seconds on the clock. She puts an exclamation point to the third quarter.
27 points for Anna Jones as we see the replay on this one, and you knew exactly where she was going with it, and she got the basket to go in the foul. Wow, she's good.
Off the dribble, she gets from one end to the other just about as quickly as anybody and is in control.
Free throw good. McNanna, the buzzer no good from over half court. And at the end of three, 45-39, Flanagan over Newark. We'll have local messages here on the IHSA Television Network. Back here, and we are set for a great fourth quarter. It's been a great 3 quarters of the Class 1A state championship, and now we're down to the final 8 minutes of this ball game.
Well, I've had several people from the truck ask me the question in my earphones if the performance here this afternoon by Anna Jones is any comparisons to her and Ashley Pistorius, who I had the great pleasure of coaching at U-High. And yes, there definitely is. Anna is taking over a game and is leading it by leadership, by scoring, by passing, by doing everything known to mankind to get her team to a state finals. And that was the way Ashley was. Whatever it took, she found a way to get it there.
Anna Jones with the rebound, put back good, and the foul. Wow, 30 points for Anna Jones.
We see the shot going up here on the replay. Look who's on the weak side board, the one and only Anna Jones. Banks it in, goes to the line.
She is very strong for her size. She's not that big.
But oh, exactly. And that would be the one difference in the comparison to Ashley Pistorius. Ashley at 5'10" was much more physical presence in her strength. But Anna has a way of getting the job done when needed, no question about it.
48-39 lead. Johnson drives, shoots, misses, but got fouled, and she'll shoot too. And this one getting away from Newark a little bit after they had a 16-point lead in the first half. As we check out the Menards stats, save big money at Menards.
Well, as was discussed upstairs earlier at halftime, the number of shots taken. You see Flanagan has 44 attempts. It's just completely dominating that stat. Jones, 28 points. It's just putting on a one-person show out here. You know, we're all talking at halftime and off the air that one person can't win a state championship, but I think she's going to make us all possibly eat our words, Kathy.
That's the way it's going right now.
Now, there's a lot of time left.
Wheat throws to Anna Jones, off a screen from Wheat. Travel called on Jones. She's human.
She is. She is.
She hasn't looked it for most of this game.
By no stretch of the imagination has she looked it. You know, as you mentioned earlier, she was a first-team All-Stater in both polls. There's obviously no question about that. She is putting on a first-team All-State performance this afternoon.
Akre with it on the right elbow, cross-court pass to Johnson, back to Akre, and she's kind of, again, they've gone away from her again.
That's exactly what we talked about. Her
Larson,
presence has to be made known.
Larson missed the shot, rebound came down to Caitlin Jones. Akre after 10 in the first half, just one bucket here in the second half. Spaniel got the pass and lost it. Great pass.
Boy, it was.
And Spaniel just wasn't ready for that one, I don't think.
She tried to shoot it before she caught it, I think, and mishandled it because of that.
McNanna drives, forces the shot, and the foul called on Caitlin Jones.
We'll see the replay on that drive right here as McNanna comes in.
Well, McNanna stopped getting to the free throw line like she did in the first half as well, and timeout called by, McNanna already had the basketball. The official had already given it to her, and they get the timeout to Flanagan. We'll pause and hear from our local sponsors. Check out the Walgreens Picture Perfect Moment. Walgreens, a proud sponsor of this IHSA broadcast, in the Picture Perfect Moment. All 3 schools are their co-op and consolidation, right, in that CWF?
Yep, Cornell, Woodland, and Flanagan.
Lauren McNanna shooting 2. She's 8 for 9 from the free throw line as she makes that one.
Very stellar performance by her this afternoon. She's doing everything she can to get a state championship for her team, Newark. 17
points in the game, just 4 here in the second half, however, as she misses the second free throw. That's been the case for a lot of Newark's players.
Yeah, good point, Kathy.
And Anna Jones has been a constant from start to finish for the Falcons.
That she has. She's been very, very good all the way through, and we've seen others start to pick up the slack also in the second half. Then that has been the difference to get them over the hump.
Well, the first 2 baskets for the Falcons scored by somebody other than Anna Jones at the start of the second half, and now they turn it over as the ball thrown where somebody just left.
Yeah, that's too bad. Both thinking they're doing the right thing, no question about it, but you can't just turn and throw. You always have to check to make sure that they're not doing something else.
Courtney Starkey back in for the Falcons. As McNanna runs the show for the Lady Norsemen, works right off a screen from Larson.
Now Newark has to remember they're only down 6. They got to keep their heads up and not play to lose. They got to go be aggressive.
Johnson to the hoop, shot no good, but she got fouled and she'll shoot 2.
And that's something that I think needs to happen more often for Newark if they want to contend here, because Johnson is over 1,000-point career scorer. She's got to be aggressive, take that ball to the basket. They got to start running some screen and rolls that involve Akre. They had a beautiful inside-outside attack for the most part of the first half, and then we haven't seen it. We've seen a little more confusion in the third and fourth quarter, so they need to get back to themselves and be aggressive and not be so tentative on the offensive end.
13 points for Laura Johnson, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. It's a 4-point ball game as Anna Jones left side to Gundy, baseline to Starkey. Ball tipped away by Johnson, but Caitlin Jones has it. Now free throw line to Anna. Underneath, the shot blocked out of bounds by Akre. The defense has been there the entire game for Akre. The offense just hasn't been here in the second half.
Flanagan needs to try a little shot fake. Get her up and swat at air and then go by her.
Anna bounces left to Starkey. Back out to Anna Jones. Left corner to Caitlin. Top to Gundy, right side.
Good job of moving the ball.
Foul called on Larson.
Exactly 5 minutes left in the game for a state title.
Caitlin Jones inbounds to Wheat, back in the corner. Caitlin, 15-footer, no good. Rebound, Starkey.
Boy, once again, they're getting offensive rebounds for second chance points.
The drive by Jones, the right side. Starkey, long 2, no good. Rebound, Caitlin Jones, put back, good off glass.
3 shot attempts, you gotta believe you typically are gonna get something good to happen if they give you that many opportunities.
11 points for Caitlin Jones, 50-44 is the lead. Johnson fakes, drives, kicks out to Larson. Now to Kely Larson. Now to McNanna, and again, foul this time on Flanagan. Wheat gonna get called for the foul guarding Akre.
Newark looking more inside to Akre that time, trying to make her presence become more known and drawing the foul, putting her to the free throw line.
Akre will shoot 1 and 1, 9 team fouls on Flanagan, 5 on Newark. Free throw good, she earns the bonus. Akre now with 13, a 5-point game. If you're just tuning in, folks, Newark had a huge lead in this ball game in the first half, 16-point lead. In fact, 29-13, they led it by just 3 at the half, though, 31-28, and Flanagan just keeps on pushing that lead up here in the second half. But Newark not going away. Second free throw missed, rebound Anna Jones. Jones crossover. Out to Starkey, back to Jones.
And I haven't made mention of this, but Newark has gone out of that zone and they're looking they're playing more man-to-man now than they did any time earlier.
McNanna gets called for the foul. She fouls Caitlin Jones.
You know, back to something we discussed a little bit earlier is body language. You know, you read the two teams that are on the court, and Newark just, every time something goes against them, their heads drop down, their shoulders slump. It just looks like they just have that feeling of doom and despair all over them. And there's lots of time. You know, we're just inside 4 minutes. There's just a bulk of time left in this game, and they just have to turn their fortunes around by hard work and consistency.
Second of 2 free throws made by Caitlin Jones. 51-45, Flanagan over Newark. A network timeout on the IHSA Television Network. Chevy drive of the game, of course, from Anna Jones. Log on now to ChevyDriveChicago.com.
She looked like she was driving a Chevy down the lane that time when she finished that off.
And we send it over to Kelly.
Kathy, Coach tried to tell his girls to stay calm. They're only down by 6. They got lots of time. He told them to stick on your girl, play defense, solid defense, and really focused on rebounding more than anything. So we'll see what they can do.
Thank you, Kelly. 51-45, Flanagan with the lead over Newark here. We're just under 4 minutes left in this Class 1A state championship game.
Good message right there by Coach Skelton to tell them to play hard on defense.
Laura Johnson drives, misses the shot, got her on a rebound, put back no good. Rebound back to her again, and quick held ball, alternating possession, keeps it with Newark. Good job by Johnson to stick with it after missing a couple of shots.
The other thing Coach Skelton said is we're only down 6. You know, it's not the end of the world. 6 is not a lot if you play well.
Larson inbounds, baseline left. Gets it into McNanna out long. McNanna driving, shooting, and missing. Rebound out of bounds off of Flanagan.
Yeah, it did.
Went off of Gundy.
Akre got her hand on the ball to knock it loose, and it went off of Gundy's leg.
Inbound pass goes to Johnson. Johnson drives. Jumper no good. Rebound to Anna Jones.
I know where she wants to go. Got cut off that time, but boy, she was trying to sneak into the basket. There's that body control that I'm talking about. When she's on her full speed dribble, she can stop on a dime and not get the charge.
In the corner, Jones, cross court to Russow. Russow, now on to Caitlin. Left side to Starkey. Up top back to Caitlin. The drive by Anna Jones. The shot, good off glass.
I swear she can't miss anything today. She's just phenomenal.
33 points for Anna Jones. 33 of her team's 53. The 3 from Johnson is good. The answer there from 3-point range.
Much needed. For them to have any hope down the stretch, they needed a production out of that possession, and Johnson gave them a tray.
4-3 of the game for Laura Johnson. She's got 16 on the afternoon as the drive by Caitlin Jones. Shot blocked by Akre, and now a foul on Caitlin. And we go to the other end for bonus free throws. We'll see a replay of this.
Akre cuts off, comes over. Oh, no, excuse me. We're going back the other end.
We're going to the three-pointer from Laura Johnson.
Yeah, and like you said, that was here we see Anna Jones coming down the middle, banking that soft kiss off the glass into the hoop.
Akre 1 for 2 from the line. She's got 13 this afternoon, just 3 here in the second half.
Much like yesterday's game.
10 in the first half yesterday, 12 in the second half and overtime yesterday. The defenses are adjusting and really taking her away in the second half.
Yes, that they are.
She makes 1 out of 2. It's 53-49. Drive by Starkey, out on to Gundy.
Coming down to the 2-minute mark left in the game, and now we're at a point where who keeps the composure the most?
Anna Jones out long as they reset. Caitlin in the corner, Starkey, jumper up, no good. Rebound to Larson.
Newark has to gain some points off of this possession.
Jones almost with the steal. Larson out to McNanna.
1:40 left in the game.
To Akre. Shoots, scores. Two-point game.
2-point game, Ken. That's exactly right. Now we've got some game pressure both ends of the court. Gonna get exciting with 1:20 left.
Jones hands off to Caitlin. Left side, Gundy. They back it off a little bit. It's Johnson all over Gundy, and a timeout. Timeout Flanagan. With 1:10 to go in the game, 53-51.
That momentum pendulum just keeps swinging back and forth in the gym this afternoon. First it's with Newark, then it goes to Flanagan. Now it's headed back over towards Newark's side. It's an amazing thing as we see a state championship on the line. Foul trouble going down the stretch run here.
Neither side with a whole lot of foul trouble.
Not really. Not really.
3 fouls at this stage of the game with 1:10 left, not a huge factor.
No, it really isn't going to affect how hard you play or what you do. As you said, with 1:10 left, you're not holding anything in the tank with 3 fouls. You got one to give and another one before you're eliminated, so that's not a factor.
Going inside of both huddles here. Some last-minute instructions for both sides. A 2-point game here. Everything we could have asked for. First ever Class 1A state championship.
And that sometimes gets hard to say, doesn't it? We're so ingrained to the AAA that old habits die hard.
We'll go over to Kelly Morris. She has an update on what happened in the huddle for Flanagan.
All right, coach is over here telling them they're ahead. Don't take any outside shots. And if the other team starts to foul, they've got to make those free throws.
6 fouls on Newark, so they foul. They send them to the free throw line for 1 and 1. 10 team fouls on Flanagan. Ball inbounded to Gundy. Now on to Jones. Right side. Now to Caitlin. Now Gundy. And to Jones. They're taking their time here with a 2-point lead, of course. They don't have to shoot.
No, they don't.
And a foul called.
Good foul. Good foul. When you're down, you need to put them at the foul line because you can't let them just run the clock out.
And it's still 1 and 1.
And
just the 7th team foul.
And they got it out of the hands of the 2 Jones girls, so because that's their 2 best free throw shooters and the 2 best scorers.
Starkey, a 50% free throw shooter on the season, as you see, as the free throw rims out and then goes right back in.
That's huge. Absolutely huge free throw right there. This is
the biggest one to make it a 2-possession game. It's up and good.
There was never a doubt.
Sunk them both.
Wow, for a 50% shooter, that was impressive.
But a senior.
That's true. Good point.
McNanna with it out long. 4-point lead. Now to Johnson. 36 seconds to go. Underneath, trying to throw to Akre, and they throw it away. Flanagan with the steal. Pass up ahead of Caitlin Jones, and now they just have to play keep away or just keep it and have them foul you.
Yeah, no question.
Caitlin Jones will shoot. 1 and 1. She is 4 for 6 from the free throw line this afternoon. She's got 12 points. And she'll shoot 1 and 1, 8th team foul.
You talked a little bit ago about Lauren Johnson. Laura Johnson making her 4th three-pointer. That ties a state tournament championship game record that Allison Ippel of Decatur St. Teresa had 4 also.
First free throw made, second one missed, but Anna Jones got the rebound, and now she throws it away. The steal comes away to Kely Larson. The layup no good. Rebound back to Larson. She dishes to Johnson, shot up and good.
Timeout.
3-point game, 56-53 with 12 seconds to play.
We've still got us a contest, don't we?
We do. But ultimately, it still comes down to Flanagan taking care of the basketball and making free throws here.
No question. That's the name of the game.
That's all they have to do, and they win the state championship. As we get a replay of this drive by Larson. Missed the layup. Got her own rebound to Johnson, and the shot was up and good.
Lauren Johnson, we just mentioned, tying a state tournament record for number of 3-point field goals in a championship game. That was a 2-pointer that was very crucial to their success, no doubt about it. But, as you said, it comes down to 2 things. Take care of the ball and make free throws. Flanagan does that, they're going home with the big trophy.
That's right. Coach for Newark, Dale Skelton, saying we got to foul. Obviously, that's the case. You got to foul quickly. That's your only hope, is that you foul and they miss and you get the rebound and can go down and tie this up.
And on the other end, you've got Coach Spencer from Flanagan telling them, go meet your pass. Don't let it come to you. Go get it, and then be strong with the ball. Make them foul us.
I guess that's the first thing you go for. Obviously, if you're Newark, you go for the steal. You hope for the steal to get the ball back, and they put full court pressure. Caitlin Jones, it's stolen away. Akre throws to Larson for three, right side up and good.
It's good.
We're tied.
It's good.
We're tied at 56. Anna Jones with it.
She's got it. She's got it.
Shot no good, and we go to overtime. Wow. We're going to overtime. What a huge three from Sammy Larson. And we'll see a replay. Wow. Larson with the three.
Oh,
and there was time left. Anna Jones with an opportunity to go the other end, but what a huge shot by Sammy Larson.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Coach Skelton has been saying all weekend, refuse to lose. Well, that was the biggest shot, obviously, of the season, and Larson refused to lose as she nailed the three.
Yes, she did. I tell you, prior to that came the steal on the inbounds. It had been thrown long, but it was underthrown.
Well, it was tipped. It was tipped. They tried to throw long down the court. Caitlin tried to throw to her sister Anna, streaking down the sideline, and the ball was tipped. That allowed the steal to come away to Akre, and then that set up the three from Sammy Larson. Wow.
What a phenomenal sequence of events right there for Newark. Talk about momentum swinging again. Here we go.
It'd be nice to see a replay of that shot because Anna Jones has an opportunity to get the win there for Flanagan. And we will see well, this is the three again here from Larson.
No question about it being a three. Both feet are obviously behind the line. And then, as you say, from this point on, Anna Jones does a phenomenal job of getting the ball from one end to the other.
Here it comes.
Here she is with the chance right here.
And it was a tough shot. Good defense by Akre. It almost went, and then they didn't get the shot off before that. So, wow.
Once again, you take a look at it, better angle to see how close they actually came.
You don't call that foul in that situation. I mean, I don't know if it was a foul on Akre or not, but you don't call that in that situation. And you let it be decided here on the court by the girls. And we're tied at 56 as we start overtime.
4 more minutes to determine the first ever 1A state girls champion.
Newark, after leading by 16 points in the first half, gave up the lead. Flanagan led for the most of that second half, and now we're tied.
And I think it's almost appropriate. You had Newark win the first half, Flanagan win the second half. We got a tie. Let's go 4 more and determine this.
And now Newark holding at midcourt, and Newark had the overtime win yesterday over Moweaqua Central A&M.
I'd say Flanagan doesn't look like they're going to make a move to come out on the ball. They got their hands on their knees. They're watching them dribble.
This is what they did yesterday to start off the overtime, did Newark.
Now Newark is making the aggression towards the basket.
Larson throws it to Kely Larson. How long to McNanna.
Running the old flex offense and versions of that tailored to their own personnel.
Stolen away by Anna Jones. Akre lost the handle of it. Anna
She's
Jones
going.
at the hoop. Shot is up. Good off glass.
You got to get back better than that in order to stop her off the dribble.
35 points for Anna Jones. 58-56. Flanagan with the lead here in overtime. As Larson tries the three almost from the same spot she tied it up in. She missed it. Rebound Anna Jones.
You know, to go along with her 35 points, she has 12 rebounds. That's not a bad several games for most people.
Caitlin Jones with it out long. Throws out top to Gundy. Gundy.
Man-to-man defense by Newark.
Cross-court pass, Gundy, jumper up, no good. Rebound, Akre, outlet to Johnson. Johnson gonna drive on Caitlin Jones, shot no good, bump, no foul, rebound to the Falcons.
Didn't get to turn the corner. Defense kept her from turning the corner. Yes, there was a bit of a bump, but it wasn't enough, they didn't believe, to influence the action.
Pass underneath, the shot blocked by Akre. Russow shot blocked by Akre.
I do not know the tournament record on shot blocks in a title game, but she's got to be somewhere close. She's had numerous blocks today.
Akre has had a game where she had 15 blocks against Seneca, and she's had several where she's had 13 or 11, so this is not uncommon for Sam Akre.
That's incredible timing to be able to do that and not get yourself in foul trouble.
Pass underneath, Akre makes her move, throws left side to Larson. Sammy Larson shot no good, short, rebound. Comes down to Starkey.
Got in a hurry on the shot, didn't get her legs into it.
Just 2 points have been scored here in overtime. Gundy shot baseline, no good, rebound, foul over the back on somebody.
I'm not so hurt. Pointing to a crowd. It's like we're going to the other end. Oh my.
The foul on Anna Jones. I believe that might be her fourth.
You see on the screen Coach Spencer questioning that call. Well, he thought it was a jump ball all the way, that possession had been had up top before they came down from the rebound, and then the foul possibly occurred.
Free throw missed by Kely Larson, the 5'7" junior. See her numbers for the season. Lead remains at 2. Now it's 1.
Quickly cut that in half. Now we're inside a minute also at 55 seconds.
And again, it comes down to Flanagan taking care of the ball and making free throws.
Once again.
Jones in the corner to Starkey.
Shouting out directions. She is to everybody too. She's taking control.
Gundy with it. Johnson going for the steal, can't get it. Now to Anna Jones. Jones, baseline, now foul called on Larson. On Sammy Larson.
Anna Jones takes quite a tumble afterwards. Nothing intentional, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's what you got to do, what you got to do in these situations. They have to foul.
And Sammy Larson had to commit the foul, and she's now fouled out. But her 3 is what sent this game to overtime. Just 5 points, but 3, the biggest 3 of the game for Newark.
Well, they had no life until she put that baby in.
And a timeout called. 58-57, 31 seconds left in overtime. We'll take a break on the IHSA Television Network. Local messages. Here comes the highlight as Jones took it away from Akre. And Jones gonna go do what she does best, take it to the hole and score.
End to end.
We have a 1-point ball game with 31 seconds left in overtime. We send it over to Kely.
All right, Newark's coach was emphasizing only look for good shots, take good shots, but really he was stressing don't let Anna penetrate, and if they do shoot, block out and get back.
Anna Jones will be at the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1 still. Free throw good, of course. Calmly sinks it to put her team up by 2.
7 of 8 on the day from the line.
Only 36 points.
That's all.
Both free throws made. 3-point game, 29 seconds left in overtime.
You got to believe there's a college scout out there somewhere looking for a guard that can help him next year.
How long? The 3 from Skelton. It's good. We're tied again. Krista Skelton with the 3. We're tied with 14 seconds left.
All the way. She's got the angle.
Jones drives, misses, but got fouled and will shoot 2.
Well, that is twice she's had that rascal roll off the lip of the rim. Here we see the setup for the 3-point by Skelton. Boom, nothing but net. And as Coach Skelton said during the last timeout, you've got to get back quickly.
Free throw good, and Anna Jones, a new record for Class 1A for points in a game, in a title game. And made another free throw. We'll have one more. Made them both. 2-point ball game, 62-60. 9 seconds left, timeout Newark. And we will pause, 7.5 left in overtime. We'll hear from our network sponsors. Check out the game reset here as we are in overtime with 7.5 seconds left in the first overtime. 62-60, Flanagan with the lead over Newark. And 2 timeouts left for Flanagan, 0 for Newark. And the possession over to Flanagan, and we send it over to Kelly Morris.
Once again, Flanagan's coach was just emphasizing defense. He said right away, find your man and box out.
Well, we talked a little bit yesterday in the overtime game in this scenario that it's not always the initial shot, it's the putback from somebody that doesn't block out or they're afraid they're going to commit a foul in the block out. Forget that, be aggressive, go get the ball.
7.5 left, Akre inbounds, does from the backcourt to McNanna. McNanna right side, goes to Akre. Akre, corner, now to McNanna for 3 at the buzzer, so good! And Flanagan is your state champs!
In overtime.
62-60 overtime victory for Flanagan as they knock off Newark in a tremendous title game.
It was a phenomenal title game, one that we'll never forget as the opening one, but what a phenomenal individual effort today we all witnessed by Anna Jones. 39 points, 13 rebounds in every way, shape, or form the points came from.
Flanagan, your Class 1A state champs, your first ever Class 1A state champs.
Flanagan boys won the state football title. The first year there was an 8-class system in football. The girls win the state basketball title. The first year there's a 4-class system in basketball.
We'll send it over to Kelly Morris. She's with the victorious coach and player.
Coach, congratulations. What a game. What was going through your head when they made that to go into overtime, that shot?
Why didn't we defend it? They're a great basketball team, and I told their coach before the game, I don't know who's going to win or who's going to get second, but there are no losers in this game. My compliments to their coaching staff, their kids. It was a great ball game. We made some free throws at the end. That was big.
Congratulations. And here's a winner right here, Anna Jones. Congratulations. You had 39 points. You were a Country Insurance Financial and Services Player of the Game. 39 points. How'd you do it?
I just started attacking more, knocked some threes down, and when I had an open look, just went and knocked some shots down. So.
What was going through your head when they got it into overtime?
Pretty much, man, hopefully we knock some shots down and then stop them. I want to win this game, so.
Congratulations. Go enjoy yourself. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Kelly Morris, and an unbelievable overall individual effort from Anna Jones. And 62-60 victory for Flanagan. They win the state championship over Newark, and we'll take a timeout here on the Illinois High School Association Television Network.
Girls Basketball State Tournament. Presenting the medallions and trophies will be IHSA Board Treasurer Greg Bradley, the principal at Mount Zion High School, and the IHSA Executive Director, Dr. Marty Hickman. At this time, please meet the Lady Norsemen of Newark High School, who finished the 2007-2008 season in second place with a final record of 26 wins and 8 losses. First, meet the superintendent of Newark High School, Pauline Berggren. Principal Doug Hoster. Athletic Director Carol Navarro. Head Coach Dale Skelton. Assistant Coach Nick Wilhoit. And now the squad members. Number 1, Lauren McNanna. Number 3, Sammy Eddy. Number 5, Sammy Larson. Number 10, Sam Akre. Number 11, Katie Becker. Number 12, Katie Larson. Number 13, Laura Johnson. Number 14, Tara Bernard. '15, Miranda Schmidt. 20, Nikki Dowling. 21, Krista Skelton. 22, Kely Larson. 32, Amanda Huggins. 33, Lauren Hoskins. And number 35, Kirsty Anderson. At this time, please meet the Lady Falcons of Flanagan Woodland Co-op, who finished the 2007-2008 season in first place with a final record of 27 wins, 9 losses. First meet the superintendent principal at Flanagan High School, Jerry Ferris. Principal of Woodland High School, Deb Derby. Athletic Director, Ted O'Boyle. Trainer, Jill Francis. Head coach, Ron Spencer. Assistant coach, Kelly Stanley. Manager, Emily Ruff. Manager, Charlotte Iverson. Manager, Kate Russow. Manager, Eleanor Spencer. And now let's meet the squad members. Number 10, Courtney Starkey. Number 11, Katie Spaniel. Number 14, Emily Gundy. Number 20, Addie Gerard. 22, Taylor Wheat. 23, Lainey Beatty. Number 25, Anna Delheimer. Number 31, Caitlin Jones. Number 32, Anna Jones. Number 33, Renee Schneider. And number 34, Jamie Russow. And now will Coach Skelton and the captains of Newark High School please step forward to receive the Class 1A second place trophy. And now will Coach Spencer and the captains of Flanagan Woodland please step forward to receive the Class 1A championship trophy.
In a game neither team planned on losing, somebody had to eventually finish on top, and you see Flanagan right there with their trophy. 62-60 in a game they'll be talking about for a long time. The Class A state championship was more about grit and determination and heart than the numbers, but let's check the stats anyway, because they are something that you won't forget either as far as Anna Jones is concerned and her teammates. Anna Jones, of course, set the Class A state single scoring record at a title game with 39 points, and she added 13 rebounds. It was all Anna Jones to begin with. The first 12 points of the game for Flanagan was Anna Jones, but they fell down by 15, and that was the real story in this game, how they came back in the second quarter and then continued on. But Newark wasn't finished by any stretch of the imagination. You see the stats there, nothing really jumping out at you except that Flanagan threw up 58 shots, getting off 16 more shots. Rebounds were pretty much even, and everything else was even, because when you look at these numbers individually, obviously the Jones sisters stand out, 39 and 13 to lead the way, but don't forget about Laura Johnson with those 4 3-pointers to finish with 18. McNanna, a great job from the point, and of course Akre holding down the middle in there. All 3 of those young ladies really played their hearts out today. Let's take a look, if we can, at the Honda highlights. 62-60 again, the final here in the Class A state championship game. This sent it into OT. Sammy Larson had only 2 points in the game, but with about 6 ticks left, she knocked down the 3 to send it into OT. But there she is again, Anna Johnson with the steal in OT. Coast to glass, and that one proved to be something Newark could not get over. The fans celebrate for Flanagan, and they take home the 2008 Class A state championship in girls basketball. Don't forget, we'll be back tonight with more as we move to the 2A stage. Teutopolis will take on Bishop McNamara in the consolation game. We'll come to you live on the air at 6:30, and then of course for the number uno position, it's number 2 Rochester against West Hancock. Both teams coming in tonight with 29 wins. Whoever wins number 3-0 wins it all. We'll see you tonight at 6:30 on the IHSA Television Network. Flanagan holding the prize.